Hello, I am Sunny of Sunny M Design. Hope you're doing well today. As mentioned on my previous video that I will be working on a coffee table, reworking it into a different shape and serving a different purpose, which is for a game table, for a chessboard game. And one of you got it right in what I was supposed to make out of it. And I did mention in your comment to make it for a chessboard game. And actually, without any delay, let's get into it. Follow me to my garage, which is my workshop. Hope you like it.
Do you remember this coffee table? In one of my previous videos, I asked if you could help me rebuild it by giving me some ideas. Well, one of you had the same idea I had in mind. Transform this into a chessboard game table. Here you can see that I am disassembling the shelf and the legs. I went ahead and cut the shelf to the appropriate length. The width of the existing table to turn it into square shape. But in doing so, I miscalculated and undercut it, which made it 3/4 inch shorter. However, I used pieces from the leftover wood and extended it to desired length. With some glue and finishing nails, I got it to work. Once the shelf was completed, I proceeded to cut down the tabletop to the required size, under the same concept as before. I cut it to match the width of the existing table, which now makes it square at 25 inches on all sides. When I disassembling the legs from the tabletop and shelf, the corner block could not be saved. So I replicated them by installing new ones in the correct spots where they needed to be connected, securing them in place with the screws of the existing frame. Now the tabletop is completed, I checked if it was square. I then turned to assemble the legs to the tabletop and afterward proceeded to attach the shelf in place. To infill the tabletop with an MDF panel, I had to install a frame trim along the underside of the tabletop edge. I had some scrap planks lying around, so I planed them down, cut them into strips and installed one in the center to provide extra support. I applied some wood glue and fastened everything with my finishing nail gun using some finishing nails. Once everything was put together, I proceeded to sand the varnish and stain off the table. Because the stain had deeply penetrated the wood, it left some darker spots in the pores. I left it as is, thinking it would create a two-tone color effect when applying the new clear varnish. At that time, I didn't realize that once the new varnish was applied, the final look might not match the intended, but it's too late in the process now. I'd like your comment on this. Should I resand the table to bring it back to natural color? Let me know what you think. I take your advice very seriously. Lastly, I poured some epoxy resin on the tabletop to give it a nice finished look. Even though the game box covers the table and it didn't necessarily need it, I was thinking that whoever buys it can also use it as a table separately and keep the chess game on another table if they choose. I hope you like this video. Please give me a thumbs up, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe so you don't miss my upcoming video where I'm building a new chessboard with drawers for the chess pieces. Thank you for watching this video. Keep building, stay safe, God bless.